Hi. Um, in an instant, being told you have PH can change your life forever. More than you know. Being told how serious this disease is, can be really devastating to you. When I was diagnosed 7 years ago, I didn't think that it was that big a deal, you know? I didn't really realize how serious this was, or, you know, that you can die from this, because I had never heard of it. Then again, I was 19 when I was diagnosed. Once I was informed that I needed a transplant, I was in denial for about 2 years. I mean, I did everything I could to push it back and forget about it, you know? I went as far as catfishing people online, you know? Like making up profiles where I didn't show my oxygen at all, just regular pictures. And I would never mention that I was on oxygen or that I was sick at all. Because I wanted a life where I was not sick, where there was nothing wrong with me. You know? Like, I didn't want to be there at the time, you know? I was first evaluated, when I was first evaluated for transplant at UCSF, I had attempted suicide 4 times. And that was in the first 2 years of, or either the first year or the first 2 years that I was informed that I needed a transplant. I was very self-destructive. I still am, but I mean, I'd like to think that it's not as bad as it was when I was first diagnosed. I remember telling the doctors to just please let me die. Just please let me die. I'd rather be dead than have to suffer with this disease for the rest of my life. My first heart catheter, which is where you're sedated heavily, you still have to be awake, but you're just like under really heavy meds. So you don't care what's going on, you know. They make an incision in either your groin or, you know, bikini line, whatever, your arm or your neck, which is for major artery spots to get to your heart and lungs. They insert, you know, basically a catheter tube with a camera on it so they can look inside to see how your heart and your lungs are doing. When I had it done in my neck and they pulled it out, I mean, I could feel the blood coming out, and I was silently wishing they would let me bleed out. It's hard to talk about, but it is true. And I know a lot of you guys have felt the same way. That still haunts me. When I got that catheter done, the thoughts I was feeling, you know, that still haunts me, and I still think about that. I don't know. For some reason, it's really significant in my life when I was first diagnosed. I still wish that sometimes that they would have just let me bleed out. Sorry. I just got up like an hour ago. My last suicide attempt was 2 years ago. The cops and ambulance came to my house. They rushed me to the ER. I tried to drink myself to death. My grandma had to find out that I wasn't breathing. And I can't help but feel horrible. Because I'm really close with her and I didn't want her to see me like that. She discovered me not breathing. And told my parents. They had to do CPR on me at my house, I'm guessing, before they rushed me in the ambulance. They had to use the resuscitator things, like the electric resuscitator things that they use, the pads. I forgot what they're called, but they used those on me because I was flatlining for a while, and they pumped my stomach. And I was still telling them to let me die. But I've learned not to hide this oxygen as much as I want to, because it's not going anywhere. You know, unless I get the transplant done. If I get it done. Because it's not set in stone right now. But this isn't going anywhere. As much embarrassing as it is to wear this, because I hate wearing this. I still feel ugly. I'm always going to feel that way as long as I have oxygen on. But, you know, I know I can't hide this disease. There is no cure for pulmonary hypertension, much like cancer. There is no cure. And we're still fighting for a cure. But even though we may have been given a death sentence, we're not dead yet. We can still live our lives to the fullest and have a life how we want on our own terms. Right now doesn't have to be the end of your journey. Even though I've had to say goodbye over and over again, you know. It doesn't have to be the end for you guys right now. You can still fight. Because there's a lot of fight left in me. And even though it's really hard for me, I'm gonna keep trying. Till I can't anymore. So, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this. Bye.